Thanks for joining us. Time to get ready for NBA action on 2K Sports. Let's get live on a Saturday.
And the Bulls go through their pregame routine. The Bulls play before the hometown crowd. And we've got it live for you right here from Chicago. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Sacramento Kings. And only a single point of separation there. Great game. It came right down to the wire.
And the effort it took them to win that game in overtime was great, but I remember it for the guts they showed in regulation just to get it that far.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Even with as hard as they worked at the end of regulation, somehow they were able to maintain that energy level all the way through overtime.
A look here at the Lakers starting group presented by State Farm. Kobe and Matt at the wings with Big Pau Gasol at the 4. Howard is out there with Nash. And for Chicago, their front court, Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer, and Joakim Noah in the middle. Rose and Rip Hamilton man the backcourt.
He will fight you down low, guys. Really battles in there. He comes up with a lot of second-chance buckets.
And the Bulls, as usual, were so tough at home last year, and it's a trend that's been building for quite a while now. I mean, they're just incredibly tough to beat when they play in front of their fans.
Another nice move from a player we've basically come to expect nothing less from.
Hamilton outside. On the wing, Deng. Right side, Deng. Hamilton got a piece of it. Shot clock at 6. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Yeah, second best record at home in the East for the Bulls, Steve. When you have the defensive presence they have in front, Clark, a friendly crowd, that goes right along with it. Boy, that can lock up an opposing team.
The other thing that helps you have a good home record is taking care of the ball, and they did that extremely well at home, Kevin. Second best turnover rate in the league in that category, so really just a very sound team. Nothing flashy, but very solid.
And here's Rose, following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. Boozer with the screen for Rose. Back to Noah. In low to Boozer. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Back to Gasol. Passes it to World Peace. Takes a 3. Rip Hamilton with the rebound. Bulls have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far.
Well, Rip Hamilton, 6'7", south of 200 pounds, and he was built to run. A true greyhound, always in terrific shape, a nightmare to defend.
And smart.
Very.
And here's Kobe for 3. Howard kicks to Kobe. Takes the 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
Shot seems to be a little awry today, just off a fraction. They've got to have him pick it up, though, and soon.
And Steve, going back to Hamilton just a second, a pretty unique game as Clark was outlining. He loves to run, go around.
Rock that rim. Gotta love that enthusiasm, folks.
Not only Clark did he rock the rim, he decided to hang around a bit for that one, too. I love it.
What a finish. That was just gorgeous.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. Feeds it to Noah. Back to Rose. He passes it to Deng. Leads him in there. And stolen by Nash. 3-on-3 over Deng. The shot's good from Nash. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Can't hit. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Bulls lead by...
The new season.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Jimmy Butler is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Bellinelli. Then there's Nazr Mohammed. And it's Robinson in at the point. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, I think it's accurate to call the Dwight Howard situation a saga, and it has, at least for the moment, calmed down. A trade to the Los Angeles Lakers has now thrust them squarely into the championship picture. First, the acquisition of star point guard Steve Nash, and now the best center in the league. The tough Western Conference just got tougher. Kevin?
The story of the offseason, no question. Thank you, Doris.
Well, you think about the Lakers a year ago, I think the thing that bothered them was they just never could win consistently on the road. They controlled their home court, but on the road it was a different story.
Here's Morris, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the three.
And there's a whistle that goes on Darius Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Then you look back at last season, and Steve was just touching on it. The Lakers just really had trouble when they left L.A. on the road. They just couldn't bring it together.
Kevin, they ended up with a 15-18 road record on the year. First time in about 5 seasons that they haven't had a winning record on the road.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. 2 on the clock. On its way from Rose for 2, and he hits the jump shot. Rose has got 10 points. And here's Kobe from the arc. No good. And it's Chicago the other way. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Well, they were the better team when these two teams got together a year ago, no question. Sweeping the season series 2-0.
Nash outside. That's good. He has 5.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. Number 1, the Bulls.
And what really stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they're passing the ball. This is a club that is very unselfish.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Chicago. Robinson comes in for Derrick Rose. The Lakers also making some changes. Pau Gasol's checked in for World Peace. Barnes comes in for Devin Ebens. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Steve Nash. It makes you wonder how the standings might look if some of these teams, actually changed conferences.
Well, Kevin, I think it'd be a whole new world, a totally different world, a whole new set of matchups, but at least everybody gets a couple of games a year to check everybody else out up close.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
For 3, Kobe. That's good. Kobe's got 9.
9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. Something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gets it to go. Hamilton's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And he will punish an opponent for giving him that much room from mid-range. He'll hit that all day.
And the first half ends in a close one. Bulls out front, up by 4.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a great game out in Chicago. It'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers up against the Suns out in...
A gorgeous view of the Chicago skyline as we welcome you back.
Some good play from Rose in this one. He's got 10 points, and he's been credited with the steal today as well.
Well, I'm sure he's happy to have a defensive contribution that he can point to in the box score.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. Kobe, Metta, and Pau Gasol are the guys that make up the 2, 3, and 4 slots. Nash out there with Howard.
This game very well could come down to a few possessions, and if that's the case, rebounding could play large.
Yeah, in a close game like this one, securing the ball is so vital.
Here's Hamilton, rebounded by the Lakers. Nash has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And once again, last year, the Bulls were one of the best defensive teams in the league. Some of it is the structure and the game plan from Tom Thibodeau. But I think most of it is the front line, the length and athleticism of guys like Noah and Taj Gibson. I mean, that is a long-armed group, and they are active.
Tell you what, he's draining the 3 ball at will, guys.
Yeah, he is, and they've got to find a way to get out there on it.
Look from Dang. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Pass to Nash. For the lead, Carlos Boozer pulls it in. Boozer's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Well, Steve, those long arms you just mentioned for the Bulls, they can reach out and bother a lot of shots, getting in passing lanes, deflecting balls, and Clark, that's one reason scoring against them is so tough.
Well, you know, anytime a shot is challenged, the shooting percentage goes down. Any coach will tell you that. So putting a hand in the face of shooters is something the Bulls are able to do, and that's why they had the 2nd best field goal percentage defense in the league last year.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the Chicago Bulls for the last 2 seasons have been the best rebounding team in the league by a wide margin. Coach Tom Thibodeau still isn't satisfied. He said, there's still work to be done, but we're moving in the right direction. Our smalls are getting in there. We're making a conscious effort of rebounding with 5 guys. The message apparently is getting through, gentlemen.
Well, Doris, you haven't gotten a stop till you secure the ball. They're all about those stops. Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Muhammad. Hamilton comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Bellinelli in for Nate Robinson.
Ammonia strong finish right there, partner. You hear me? That was ammonia strong.
Yeah, ripped it down with 2 hands.
That's about as high percentage as you can get.
11 feet away, and the Bulls with another miss.
Well, neither team has really gained an edge rebounding-wise here, and the score reflects that.
Well, if one team can start hitting the boards harder, I mean, it'll give them a good chance to pull away.
Some changes for the Lakers. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Boozer. Bang comes in for Richard Hamilton. And it's Heinrich in for Bellinelli. Chicago leading. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's Deng. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's now 6 points for Luol Deng. Jamison drills it from outside.
A lot of the points they've given up have come on open threes like that one. And that has to be disconcerting and frustrating to their coach.
Well, they should know better. I mean, they read the scouting report. You can't leave these guys wide open on the perimeter.
Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
And Rose drops them both. And here is Morris. Over Rose. And there's another one for the Lakers. There's the triple. Incredible shot to beat the buzzer.
Boy, that is such a huge play. I mean, a lot of guys would rush.
And that's it for
Next Friday night.
Welcome back. It's time for the 4th quarter and time to check in with the 4th member of our team, Doris Burke, to find out who had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, well, it's the Bulls who've had the uncontainable game. Right now, everything has been going their way, and they've taken advantage of their chances. Looks like it's going to be theirs for the taking, and they're 1 quarter away from the win.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Derrick Rose is out there with Nate Robinson. Then there's Richard Hamilton. Then there's Carlos Boozer. And it's Muhammad in at the center filling out the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Yeah, and he's such a clutch player, too. Relishes these big moments with the clock winding down and games up for grabs. That's when he tends to want the ball and create something, and more often than not, deliver.
And one of his greatest gifts is the ability to get his own shot off the bounce. No question about it. He's a tough cover.
Howard with it. Boozer picks him up. Out to Nash. And stolen by Hamilton. And now here's Hamilton, the fast break chance. Here's Robinson. Nice D from Nash.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Outside Howard. They get it back. The dish to Nash. And world peace kicks to Nash. He kicks it to Kobe. Kicks it to Barnes for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Derrick Rose is checked in for the Bulls. The Lakers also with the sub. Pau Gasol's checked in for Matt Barnes.
You know, they're just getting hammered inside and really need to find a way to be tougher down there. They got to be physical. They got to man up in there.
I agree. I mean, you look at the points they're giving up, most of them seem to be coming inside the paint.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Hamilton, the pass to Noah. Hamilton dishes to Noah. Kobe with the steal. And here's Nash outside. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. 8 points for Nash.
Boy, they have just gone crazy from three-point range since coming out of the halftime break.
Boy, it's been one three after another, Steve. An absolute barrage.
Great display of that mid-range touch right now.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking a step in and knocking down a few. I know you were a great marksman from the three-point line, but sometimes people only see the game in threes and layups. But that mid-range game is alive and well here tonight.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Kings. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. World peace against Dang. Over Rose. Cannot hit. Nice tee from Rose. The Bulls have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. He dishes it to Hamilton. Yes!
Looking to close this game out strong here.
Yeah, this one will be put away if they can get just a few more buckets. You can put it on ice.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to his team. He urged his players to keep fighting, saying, we're right there, but the margin of error has shrunk. We've got to play aggressive and smart. Guys?
Thank you, Doris.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
He's off that time. Second free throw missing. Lakers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Shot's good.
Watch out now. Nash is on fire.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. 11 seconds left in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Those free throws put them in an excellent position to win this game. Now it's in the hands of their defense.
11 seconds left in the game. Howard kicks to Nash. Outside for Kobe to take the lead. Bullseye! What a difference in this crowd right now, Clark.
Yeah, they're breathless, nervous, and quiet.
Yeah, wow. It is quiet time, Clark. You got that right. That was a huge shot.
Rose goes in. That will count. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Well, he's boxed out, and when that happens, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. And